we have made it to another Subway video. I am quite addicted. I've just been withholding from the addiction. I just went and, okay, we're gonna have to deal with the hair. It's hot out. It was muggy. Very muggy day out. I just spent $50, $50 at Subway. What I've been trying to do for the last few days is get the timing right to go there and order 2 orders worth of food, 2 videos worth of food, and then have some of it fresh right now for a video, and then have enough saved for later in the fridge that I could reheat for another video. It's not far. It is very close to me. Lawnmower guy behind me or something. We're gonna have to bear with it for right now. It's right across the street from me. It is kind of hard to get across that street though. I just kind of had to it took me like 5 minutes to get across the street because of just that the cross traffic doesn't stop. It's not near a light, but well, I look tired. I am tired. I've been up for like 18 hours or so. Bad sleep yesterday, you know the deal. It's 3:30 on June 26th, by the way. But, you know, Subway's not open late at night, so I also have the backup food in the freezer, or the fridge, excuse me, to then eat as a reheat in the middle of the night for a video, should I want to do so. So, that's what that is. That's the plan. That was the plan. Here we are. We've got a combo for this meal. We've got, well, let me just get it out, I guess. That was probably the easiest one-take thumbnail I've ever done. We've got Philly cheesesteak subs. Obviously no mayo, no bullshit, just steak and cheese. I thought it might be a little dry, but I didn't mind it last time. So, and I got it on that special cheesy kind of bun bread. I forget the name of it, Italian, something herb, maybe. I don't remember. But I got the special kind of bread that I know people do like. We've got a oatmeal raisin cookie. We've got a something white macadamia nut cookie. Didn't try that last time. And a diet Pepsi. A small diet Pepsi that came with the combo anyway. I didn't really want to grab any other wonky drink options. They don't have Diet Coke at Subway, so. But we do have 2 cans of superior Diet Coke over there if we need. Yeah, that's what we got. This is a very straightforward, you know, basic kind of Subway meal. I am indeed kind of starving, so I kind of just want to get going here. I want to try this bread. I want to make sure my sub is good. It's looking pretty goddamn nice, I will say. It is damn good. That is very good. I don't know why I get worried about it being dry and not moist enough of a sandwich. That steak and cheese really does the job. I don't know if you would remember, sometime in the last few weeks I had a Pepsi with one of my videos. And I said it was giving me flashbacks to a certain time in my life where I drank Pepsi frequently, I guess. Some extracurricular place or something, and I just got that same flashback again. I just don't know what it is. I can't remember. I just want to clarify. I am hungry enough right now to eat 2 of these footlongs, but I'm just not doing it because, guys, I'm not spending more than $50 today on Subway. This is good. I can't tell if I can tell the difference in the bread or not, though. I would have to go like side by side to know, but yeah. recording this about, a day and a couple hours after the Little Caesars video that went up 2 days ago, which is actually going out in 26 minutes for me, but 2 days ago from when you would see this video, if you see this video the day it comes out. But you may not be able to notice, but I certainly do, the difference in the lighting, because on that day with the Little Caesars video at 11 in the morning, the sun must have been like on that side of the window, or at least nearby, and made this room so much brighter. It is a really gloomy, overcast day out today, so maybe that's the difference too. But the lighting in here is so much better and more tame when the sun shines in that window, or anything similar to shining through that window. Just all these white walls just get so bright, and it washes out all the color in here. And now here I am with only one green light bar, and it's lighting up the entire area because the lighting is dimmer. Can you even hear that lawnmower? There was a lawnmower in a video yesterday, or that pizza video, and I thought it sounded loud, but it didn't actually pick up in the video almost at all, which I thought was cool. Whew, I'm so awake right now. I've been up since 10 p.m. technically, with a lot of shitty sleep last night. It's almost 4 p.m. now, and I'm on top of the world. I edited 2 videos last night. I just streamed for almost 7 hours when I only meant to stream for 2 hours. Had a really good stream, good fun. Good day. Today's a good day. OBS isn't crashing anymore. That's nice as well. Let's keep on keeping on here with the second half. I can't believe I already did the first half. Gosh, these things look so big when they're together, and then you split them up and they're just not really that big. God, my hair's all kind of sweaty, greasy. I need to take a shower after this, maybe. Well, not maybe, I do. It's just whether it's after this or whether I go to sleep and then wake up and then shower. I was thinking of adding pepperoni to a steak sub for this video. Not this time, I guess, but I thought it might be a bit of a conflicting kind of meat taste. They're very different varieties, but I'm not opposed to giving that a test in the future. Tasting the bread a bit more now. Although I would not say that the bread makes a world of difference at all, nothing close. It's all kind of the same, I think, in my opinion. Look at these crumbs, dude. Got a vacuum in here after this, low-key. Subway subs. Super quality. Quality ingredients, quality bread. The whole thing just works together well, at least from my experience in the few times that I've gone now. I wish they were bigger. Like it was it's like $14. Like $14 I think for a large sub on its own. Maybe 12 or 13, I forget. And like it feels worth it, but man, I like just ate that whole thing and I'm still hungry. Like that pizza video, the pizza I just did, that pizza was $9. You know, I do food math like this all the time. Subway is definitely, even though it feels pretty valid price-wise, I'm definitely in the realm of considering it a luxury food for me, or like a privilege, maybe luxury is the word I'm looking for. It's a comfort food that I don't mind paying extra for because of how much I love it. But if I didn't, it's like my favorite pasta. That pasta is pretty expensive for being a freezer pasta, but it is so good that I just overlook it to eat it, you know? It's worth it to me. Same with this. But, yeah, I could easily just do 2 more of those halves right there, like right now, but I decided to keep this video a bit more tame, you know? Not everything needs to be a fucking inflation fetish in food ASMR, you know? Alright, I guess we're just onto the cookies now, aren't we? This video's gonna be pretty short, I think, but that's alright. I do want to start with this white macadamia nut, whatever the hell cookie it is, I forgot. Shoulder pop. I had a brief addiction to macadamia nuts like a year or so ago. God, I wish they weren't so expensive. I was like hooked on eating them for quite a bit. Never had them in a cookie though, so this should be interesting. Okay. That is really, really good. But I can't say I really tasted much macadamia in there, to be honest. Like the actual cookie itself is very overpowering. And it's got a great flavor. I don't know if a macadamia nut is meant to be mixed with that kind of, that was macadamia nuts, right? I'm not being stupid. Maybe I am. That sure looked like it, but I don't know if it's meant to be mixed with strong flavors like that, strong sweet flavors. Because I really did not notice it that much in there at all, but that was a really damn good cookie. These are great cookies, the ones that I got the first time I did the Subway video like a month or 2 ago. Perfect. Alright, oatmeal raisin cookie. Your time to shine, my friend. Perfect. Perfect flavor, perfect amount of chewiness, perfect texture, perfect everything. Incredibly good cookies, dude. That was a damn good pre-bedtime dinner, lunch, breakfast, nap. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but that hit the spot right there. That was a perfect little combo meal. So this is gonna be a shorter video if I don't talk about some stuff here real quick. Dude, so I was doing my stream. This is like an hour and a half ago, right? And I like, I've talked about before how once at my house I had like a bit of an ant invasion in my bedroom, or my room where I was doing all my stuff in my basement, or it's not a basement or a bedroom. I'm just saying words at this point, but there was ants in there, and it kind of got to me. It was like a bit of a trauma thing, not trauma, but I think about it a lot. And when I wear shorts or don't wear socks under my table or whatever, I start feeling things on my feet sometimes that don't exist. I start feeling bugs that don't exist. I get itches and tickles in weird spots, right? On my legs and my feet. So it's a very conscious thing with me, is like the bug presence that doesn't even exist. Bug PTSD is what I keep calling it. And today I felt, I felt like a normal itch on my arm, right? And I did that. It was like right here. And I did that, and I felt something there, and it didn't go away, and I couldn't see what it was, because I just can't see that part of my arm easily, and I did it again. And then it was gone, but I didn't see what it was or where it was. I don't know if it was a mosquito or a bug or just a crumb of something that I didn't notice, but immediately after it happened, I start feeling itches and stuff. And then I noticed I have two little baby see, I'm feeling something on my toe right now. I had two little baby mosquito bites here. You can't really even see. And those were itching earlier a little bit. Then I had some that were on the bottom of my, but they're kind of gone now already. But for the rest of the stream, I was non-stop just feeling tickles and itches all over my body, because I was in the mindset of I'm in a mosquito-filled room right now. That's all I was thinking about is there's a mosquito in here somewhere and I need to find him, or that he's on me. My head was itching, my whole body was itching, feeling I just kept feeling little things, you know what I mean? It's a very weird phenomenon that I've developed, but I guess this is kind of what happens when you have I've told this story before. I don't want to tell the whole thing again. It's not that interesting, but there was ants in my room at my house, right? And I knew they were there. We kind of sprayed for them. We basically had what I thought was solved the issue. And I was supposed to not have food down there anymore, right? Obviously, because that attracts ants. And there was one night I was eating Ruffles, the chips, Ruffles. Ruffles are awesome, but they're a very basic chip. I didn't think that they had a scent. I thought, it's just a chip. It's a very basic, non-flavored chip. And I had a big bag of it, crinkled up the top of it, how you do with a bag of chips, and I left it on my table down there while I slept. And I thought to myself, I know I'm not supposed to have food here, but what the fuck are ants gonna find here that's a closed bag of chips? I don't think there's any way that they would. And I was wrong. So the next morning I wake up, and I had no idea this was happening when this was happening. I get up, I sit down at my computer, hand on my mouse and whatever, and I feel stuff under my wrist, and I thought it was just crumbs from the chips from the night before, so I didn't even look. And then a few seconds later, I hear the bag crinkling a tiny, tiny, tiny little bit. And I'm like, holy fuck, I have not touched that bag. Why is it crinkling? And I look, and there's ants all over the bag, and they're all under my arm. And on the other side of the table, I can see my phone charger cable is going from the top of the table, connected into my computer, down to the floor. And they, as an army, are crawling up my phone charger cable, up onto my table. And I didn't see them at first because I had a dark table, dark mouse pad and stuff. But they're all over the bag of chips, to the extent that the bag of chips is making a noise. It is crinkling and creaking, And they're all over that. They're all over the mouse pad. They're all over my table. And I just fucking freaked the fuck out. Holy shit. And I guess that was kind of traumatizing to me, just knowing that my personal space had been invaded in that way. And I guess I have a thing for my personal space being invaded. That's a quirk with me, I guess. Kind of there'd be, like I said, I've had that dream before where I got robbed outside my apartment. That's kind of different. There's also times where I hear kind of annoying people outside my front door of my apartment, and I feel very unsafe here. Not unsafe, but I don't know. I don't feel as secure as I would like to. It's weird, but not that anything bad has ever happened, but Yeah, that was a thing, and ever since that ant thing happened, like almost 4 years ago now, I just feel I'm feeling it again right now. You know, like I know sometimes it could just be like your leg hairs or hair on your feet just tickling each other on accident, but like I just always feel like I feel things on me, and I just have to keep itching it and brushing it off. And you know, usually wearing socks and wearing sweatpants just takes care of that. You know, it doesn't really become a thing, or a blanket. But if they're open, yeah, you get the point. Yeah, that ant thing that was not to be fucked with, man. I took all my stuff off that table. Took the PCs and the monitors all off the table. Mouse pad, I threw it out and got a new one. It was just gross. I felt like, because you know, ants are like scent based. They do things based on scent. They leave trails of scent behind for their friends and whatever to find things. And so I figured I had to just get rid of as much as I could. I wiped down the table as much as I could. You know, there was a couple lingering ones for a few days, but it mostly was a complete wipeout, and I won the war that day. But you know, I don't know if this is common knowledge or not. I think we learned this in like high school or whenever, but that like when ants die, they give off a certain scent, and other ants know that that means that they died, and so they make graveyards for ants. Like the ants make graveyards for themselves, and they will take the ants that smell dead and put them in the graveyard. They will pick up their dead friends and put them there, and like create a graveyard. And that like they did an experiment where they sprayed like a living ant with the dead ant scent, and the living ant got carried to the graveyard by another living ant. So that living ant would carry his living friend who he thought was dead to the graveyard, and the living ant is just being carried there like, yo, I'm literally still alive, I'm not dead, put me down, you motherfucker. And the other one's just like, nope, you smell dead as fuck. You know what I mean? It's a weird thing that they do. There was a time also at my house around this same incident with the ants where I had a PC that was on the floor, and the ants kind of made a graveyard underneath my PC. They would go under, it was either they made a graveyard there, or it was like extra warm and shady and dark under there, and they just like to go under there to die. So they would just go under there and just die. It's weird. I don't fucking like ants, man. We got some weird stories going on here today. I mean, I'm already done with this video, I guess. This went by pretty quick. Really good. I had fun here. I've got backup Subway in the fridge. This is a 10 out of 10 for me. This went off without a hitch. Diet Coke, left over from the stream. I hope this was a good little short Subway video, good little normal, nothing too wacky or crazy, good lighting, good weird storytelling, good whatever, good food, good everything, really good food today. If I didn't pay $50, I would love to actually, you know, I'm not big on the tipping thing when it's not like at a restaurant. I don't like the whole tipping for my own pickup order thing. These people keep putting my sandwiches together so well. I've been impressed every time I've gone to this Subway. They deserve tips. I'm just gonna say it. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you guys for watching. Come to the streams. I'm gonna be working. I keep saying I'm gonna work on getting them to be better. I'm working on it though. I'm working on it. It's gotta balance the right things every day. So, thank you guys.